Hi, I'm Natalie Bouchard, and you're listening to Inside NC Labor, a podcast designed to inform and educate North Carolina citizens on the role that the Department of Labor plays in state government. Hello everyone, I'm Natalie Bouchard from the Communications Division for the North Carolina Department of Labor.
Hey everybody, I'm Dolores Quessenberry in the Communications Office.
Good morning, I'm Beth Rodman. I'm the Bureau Chief for the Agricultural Safety and Health Bureau for the North Carolina Department of Labor.
Great. So some of you may remember that we had Beth Rodman on episode 8 of Inside NC Labor. So if you want to go back and give that a listen, you can have a little refresher. But today we're mainly here to talk about the Gold Star Grower Program and the recent event that happened, the Gold Star Grower Workshop.
Yes.
When did the program start?
So the Gold Star Grower Program was created in 1992 by the previous Bureau Chief, Regina Cullen, and it was designed to recognize growers who go above and beyond what's required. The requirements to be a Gold Star grower are they must register their housing with the North Carolina Department of Labor at least 45 days prior to occupancy, have the local health department inspect and approve their water and septic systems at least 45 days prior to occupancy. They must be 100% in compliance at the time of inspection, and then they must go above and beyond the requirements. Now, each inspector works with their growers to determine how they're going to go above and beyond. For example, some growers choose to provide air conditioning. That's not a requirement here in North Carolina. Others will have additional showers and toilets, living space, extra refrigerators. They may install washing machines and clothes dryers. They'll have recreational space. We see soccer fields and kind of outdoor hangout space. Maybe
Nice.
Telephones. Now one of the big things that they do is they'll have Wi-Fi at the camps and maybe satellite TV.
So who all can attend the workshop?
So we invite all of the Gold Star growers in the state, and they can bring with them family, some of their employees. Sometimes they'll have a person that's responsible for maintaining the house for them, so they want to bring them so they receive the recognition. And then we invite other agencies. We have representatives from the U.S. Department of Labor, Wage and Hour Division, North Carolina Agribusiness, Department of Commerce, Workforce Solutions. So we invite other agencies that we partner with throughout the year.
So if they're a Gold Star grower, tell the listeners exactly what that means. Their
So
camp, how does
yes,
that
in the
work?
program, if they're selected to be a Gold Star, the first year they are designated as a single Gold Star. That means they're a Gold Star for 1 year. The second year, they would be considered a double Gold Star. Now keep in mind, each year they're not guaranteed to be a Gold Star grower. Like I said, they have to be 100% in compliance at the inspection, and the inspector designates them as a Gold Star. After their second year, if they attend the annual workshop, they can perform their own housing inspection. Historically, we haven't had a lot of growers take advantage of that opportunity, but this past year we did have 21 growers who self-inspected.
And how many growers are in the program total?
In 2019, there were 283 Gold Star growers. 197 of those were double, and 86 were single Gold Star growers.
Wow.
So the program has really grown over the years.
The program has grown a lot. I pulled some data from 2005, and in 2005 there were 133 growers who were designated as Gold Stars. 80 of those were double and 53 of those were single. Only one grower did their own inspection.
So what were some of the highlights from this year's event?
So every year we choose a few growers who receive an award. And again, that's up to the inspector to highlight different growers in the various counties. This year we presented 4 awards to different recipients throughout the state, and they were selected by the various inspectors. Johanna Ramirez is one of our inspectors, and she presented an award to Harris Farms for Best Maintained Housing in Warren County. Another inspector, Francisco Rodriguez, he presented an award to Robertson Family Farms for Best Maintained Housing in Stokes County. Gerald Miller, one of our inspectors, presented an award to Bird Family Farms, LLC, in Harnett County for Most Improved Housing. And then Kathy Katz presented an award to Quincy Farms, Inc., for Best New Housing. Every year, in addition to the awards, we invite speakers to share relevant safety and health information with the growers. This year we had Director Robin Tudor Markham and Associate Director Lamar Graft of the North Carolina Agri-Medicine Institute present to the growers on heat stress. The title of their presentation was Heat Stress Less, Rethinking Field Practices. The reason we invited them this year was the last couple of years we've had an increase in heat-related hospitalizations and illnesses. So we thought it would be a great timing to have them come and talk to the growers about their practices on their farm. So the training was interactive and it encouraged growers to talk amongst themselves and think through different scenarios and whether the practices that were in the scenarios were good or bad, ways they could improve and do better to prevent heat stress on the farm.
Yeah. So I was at the event this year, and it was really cool. It was interactive, and there were skits being performed to illustrate the effects of heat stress. So I really appreciated that. I thought it was a good way to engage everyone.
Yeah, we received a lot of positive feedback from the growers. One thing I know about North Carolina growers is that they know what works best on their farm based on the crops that they grow, their workers, and the location of their field. So we really encourage them to think it through, come up with ideas to improve and prevent injury and illnesses.
So I know you said above and beyond, that's how these growers get these awards, but do you have specific examples of what features this housing had?
For example, Bird Family Farms, I used to conduct their housing inspection and presented them with an award in 2010, and it was actually the same exact award. Mr. Bird has an old farmhouse, and some of the highlights in his presentation included a continuous hot water heater. He had recently made some updates and improvements to the bathrooms. He provides additional showers above what's required, and flooring. I think he installed new flooring this year. His house is always just in really, really good shape, and he just is always thinking of ways that he can make his workers happier and make things more convenient for them.
That's awesome.
What are your hopes for the program moving forward?
I hope that the Gold Star Grower Program continues to inspire growers across the state to provide housing that exceeds the requirements. Not because they have to, but because they want to. And they understand the impact housing has on a worker's overall safety and health. Here in North Carolina, workers may be in the fields 10 to 12 hours harvesting crops in the summer months. Temperatures rise 100 plus. It's so important for workers to be able to come home to a house that has air conditioning where they can cool down and get a good night's sleep, where they have space to spread out and relax and they can take a shower quickly. I think everyone can relate to that and understand why it's so important.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Well, thanks so much for being here with us today. It was great to have you back again. Beth was also on episode 8 of Inside NC Labor.
Thanks, Beth. We enjoyed this.
Thanks for having me. Hope everyone has a safe season.
Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. Remember, your safety is our priority.